Hello everyone. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas in 2025 and are having a Happy New Year in 2026. In this video I will show you all of the train related items that I got for Christmas of 2025. And stay tuned because at the end of the video I will show the HO scale diesel locomotive that I got for Christmas of 2025. So please don't fast forward or skip ahead in this video. We'll get to see that locomotive as well as everything else that I got for Christmas of 2025 that was train related. And so the first item that we're looking at here is this Santa Fe hat, baseball cap specifically. It's a very nice hat with the iconic Santa Fe cross logo. And I also got this t-shirt right here, which I will show in the camera here. Might be a little difficult to show because there's just so much on the shirt here. It's a graphic t-shirt. But there you go. You get the message right there. And the locomotive on the shirt looks a lot like a Frisco mountain type steam locomotive, like number 1522, which survives and is on display at the National Museum of Transportation in St. Louis. So it's a very nice shirt as well. And so now in this part of the video I will show you several other items that I got for Christmas of 2025 that were the train related items. And I'm going to get behind the camera and show it to you on the table so we could get a closer look at those items. So I'll show you that right now. So I also received this DVD from Pentrex for Christmas of 2025. This is Sacramento Rail Fair 1991, and here's the front of it. And here's the back. You can pause the video to read the back of this if you'd like. And then we'll go back to the front. So this is an excellent DVD by Pentrex. It covers the Rail Fair 1991 in Sacramento, which was to commemorate the 10-year anniversary of the California State Railroad Museum. And so there were locomotives brought in from all over North America and the United Kingdom as well. And they attended this event. And in this DVD, they show those locomotives up close, as well as the booths of the sponsors who put on the event and the various museums who contributed to it. And there's also footage of some of the steam locomotives when they were on their way to Sacramento for Rail Fair, such as the Union Pacific FEF3 Northern Type number 844 and Union Pacific Challenger Type number 3985 when they were going from Cheyenne to Sacramento. There's footage of their run to Sacramento shown there. There's also footage of the Southern Pacific Daylight number 4449 in Oregon and California on its way to Rail Fair 1991. That's also shown, and there's also footage of Southern Pacific type steam locomotive number 2472 with footage from South San Francisco to Sacramento on its run to Rail Fair 1991. Excellent DVD. And excellent narration as well. And this sure looked like a great event for sure. But this is not the only DVD I received for Christmas of 2025. I received another, which I'll show right now. I also received this DVD, which is the Erie-Lackawanna Railroad DVD by Green Frog Productions. This is the front of it right here. And here's the back. You can pause the video if you want to read this description better. And back to the front. And firstly, I will say, on the cover, it looks like there's an error on it to begin with. It says remastered from HD. I think they meant to say remastered to HD. They remastered it to HD quality here. And so This DVD consists of footage from the 1960s and 1970s of the Erie-Lackawanna, shown all over their system, mainly from New York and New Jersey to Indiana. And it does a great job showing the era of the Erie-Lackawanna Railroad, since that railroad was short-lived. It only lasted for 16 years. So a great part of its life is shown here in this DVD. And there's also footage of the Reading T1 Northern Type number 2102 in action when it was dressed up as a Delaware and Hudson Northern Type steam locomotive. The footage in this DVD is excellent. It's in color, and again, it's been remastered into HD quality as well. And it also has sound, but the sound is dubbed in, so it's not always synchronized. And the narration is not so great, like with other Green Frog productions that I've seen before. It's not the best narration ever, and it does have some errors in it. One error in particular I noticed with it is that the narrator referred to the Reading 2102 as a mountain type, which is not the case because it's a northern type, which is a steam locomotive with a 484 wheel arrangement. A mountain type has a 482 wheel arrangement. Despite the errors in narration and audio, the footage is excellent and was shot by the late Emery Goulash, who was a famous rail fan and railroad historian who traveled across the United States to get footage of trains in action. And so his footage of the Erie-Lackawanna Railroad is shown here. So overall, it's a very nice DVD. And so, in addition to the DVDs, I also received this book that I'm about to show you, and I'll show you that right now. I received this book called World's Great Train Journeys, Adventure, Romance, and a Kangaroo or Two by National Geographic. Here's the front of the book. And here's the back. And again, if you'd like, you can pause the video right here to get a closer look and read the back. Okay, and we'll go back to the front. So this book right here consists of 5 stories, true stories, that were written by 5 different writers, and each story is about their travels aboard different trains around the world. These are luxury passenger trains, and some of them include the Copper Canyon train in Mexico, as well as the Royal Scotsman in Scotland, and the Indian Pacific train in Australia, to name a few. And the writers, they talk about their travels aboard these trains, and they also write about the trains that they're riding and the cultures of the people who live along the routes in the featured countries that are shown here. And the book also has some very nice color photographs and excellent quality maps to illustrate where the trains run and to show what the scenery looks like along the line. So it goes very much in depth about that. This book was made in 2002, so some of the details in it might be a bit dated now. But it is a really nice read where you can see trains from around the world shown here and read about them. And also get some insight on the culture of the people who live along the lines that are shown here. It was a very interesting read, I must say. Alright, so I also received some more train-related items for Christmas of 2025, and I'll show those right now. So I also received some ornaments for Christmas of 2025. So this is a Hallmark ornament of the Lionel 812 series gondola. And I'll bring it closer to the camera here so we can see it up close. And we'll show on the inside. And I'll put it back down. So the 812 gondola was an O-gauge gondola that Lionel offered in the pre-war era when they were still doing tin plate models. And this is a tin plate gondola that they offered in the pre-war era. And Hallmark did a very nice job on this gondola, where they made it look very much like the actual Lionel model. It's very nice. And I will show you the next ornaments I got. I'll show them to you right now. I also received these two ornaments. Now, they're actually sold separately, even though that it's a steam locomotive and a tender. But I wanted to include them both in the same shot here because it makes it look more complete. But I will show them separately too, so we can get a close look at each one, both the locomotive and the tender. So this is Hallmark's rendition of Lionel's New York Central J1E Hudson, number 5344. The 5344 was the number of the Lionel Scale Hudson that Lionel put out in 1937, and they kept it going throughout the end of the pre-war era, before World War II started. Joshua Lionel Cowan, who was the founder of Lionel Trains, said at that time that the New York Central Hudsons were his favorite steam locomotives, and so that's one of the reasons why his company made the New York Central Hudson as a scale offering in the 1930s, when Lionel went into the production of scale trains during the pre-war era. And since then, Lionel has reissued the number 5344 J1E New York Central Hudson with new features and a more realistic look, and so this is Hallmark's version of it in ornament form. So we'll take a look at the locomotive first. You can see it from all sides this way. Here's the cab end of it. Might be a little hard to see all the details in the cab from here. We go back to this side. The wheels do rotate, but the side rods and valve gear are molded into the body, so they will not spin. But the wheels, including the drive wheels, will spin. And here's the tender close up. Wheels also spin on the tender. And I'll put it back with the locomotive. So Hallmark did a very nice job recreating the J1E Hudson seen here. I would have preferred that the side rods and valve gear would spin, but that's the way they made it. And another thing about 5344 is that it was the first steam locomotive streamlined in the United States, and it was streamlined with the upside-down bathtub look and was named the Commodore Vanderbilt. And then when Henry Dreyfuss was commissioned to do the streamlining on the J3A Hudsons, 5344 was streamlined again to receive the Dreyfuss-style streamlining that the J3As had, where it had a much more similar appearance to them. Then the streamlining was removed, and it, along with the other New York Central Hudsons, like I mentioned before, was scrapped. So I'm glad that Hallmark made the ornament of 5344. It looks really nice. Alright, so now we will move to the model train section of this year's post-Christmas update video, so I'll show you that right now. Okay, so here we are in the model trains section of this year's post-Christmas update video, and the first model train thing that we're looking at here is this dome car by Walthers. This is the Union Pacific City of San Francisco dome car. This car does still exist in the real world, and it's part of Union Pacific's heritage fleet. Walthers did a very nice job on this car, and it also has the factory-installed grab irons. However, it does not have interior lighting. Some of Walthers' Union Pacific Heritage Fleet passenger cars do come with interior lighting, but this one does not. But other than that, it's a very nice car. So now, we'll look at the diesel locomotive that I got for Christmas of 2025. We'll take a look at that right now. And here it is. This is the Union Pacific powered by our people unit. This is an EMD SD70ACE, and this is an MTH HO scale model. And this locomotive has the complete Protosound 3.0 electronics package. And it also has a new sound set when compared to the older batches of SD70ACEs that MTH made. And it did not come with the operating couplers. It has McHenry couplers, which look more realistic anyway. And the operational couplers that MTH had in HO were kind of finicky. So this time, the couplers look more realistic, and they don't run into problems most of the time. But the feature to open them on the fly is not included on this locomotive. It has a very nice, complicated paint scheme, as you can see, which looks sharp and is accurate to the real-world locomotive. And so I'll start it up and I'll get it going right now. So this concludes this year's post-Christmas update video. Thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to my current Patreon supporters. Your names are listed here. And stay tuned, because for the next 12 months or so, I have some exciting videos planned that I'll be uploading onto my channel. So thank you very much for watching, take care, and I will conclude this video with the freight yard sequence of this locomotive. And last year, in the post-Christmas update video, I forgot to add in the freight yard sequence for my MTH HO Missouri Pacific Heritage unit, so I'll also include a clip of that at the end as well. So enjoy those clips, and thank you very much for watching this video again. Take care.
Dispatcher. You have a maintenance of way about 2 miles ahead of you. Stop and stay, over. Roger that, dispatcher. I'm bringing her to a stop. Dispatcher to maintenance of way. Are you guys ready to wrap up that track work? Over. Roger that. Wrapping up shortly. This is dispatcher. Go ahead, maintenance of way. Over. Repairs have been made and the inspection is complete. The track is clear. Over. Roger that, maintenance of way. You're clear of the track. Good work. I'll send the next train through. You gentlemen have a safe day. Out.